Hi friends, it's Peggy Noe from prettypapercards.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I'm here with my little Yorkshire Terrier, Ellie, and we are here to see you today. Welcome, welcome. Let me see if we have any comments, and let me make sure that I'm live here. I have to check, to make sure everything's working, but it looks like it is. Okay, great. We're going. Yay. So welcome and happy Wednesday. Today is the middle of July. I can't even believe that we're in the middle of July already. Good evening, Marcia Long and Hilda Mossy and Tammy. Good to see you, girls. Welcome, welcome. How has your week been going? I'm Roz. So good to see you, Roz. That's my flower. I love that flower, that pink flower. I love it. And Vicki Eakins, Holly. I'm glad you guys are all on today because we're going to make two different things. Tracy, good to see you from Connecticut. Yeah, we've got two different things to make. Renee, good evening. So it's 6 o'clock on the East Coast. Hilda, is that you? Yes, Hilda, good to see you. The YouTube comments come in red and it blends in with the black. Louise, good to see you from Daytona Beach, Florida. How's your weather back there, Louise? And Kay from North Carolina, how's your weather? My son, who lives in Massachusetts, said they had a horrible storm there. He lives in northeast Massachusetts, and they lost a lot of power last night. And thank you for sharing, Kay. Yeah, so they had a really bad storm there. I don't know about the rest of you guys. We've been not as hot so much as very humid, which is unusual for us. And so today I have my little mini fan. Do you guys have any of this? Aloha, Oregon. Carolyn, good to see you. And Tina, good to see you. This little fan feels so good. I keep it right at my desk. Louise, it's raining right now and you need rain. Good, good. Margaret Gordon from Australia, good morning to you. How are you doing, Margaret? I hope you're doing okay. Okay, it rained all morning, a little cooler this afternoon. Yeah. We're in the throes of the summer, and we here in Southern California, we're used to that 20% humidity. But lately we've been having like 50 and 60% humidity, and we're just not used to that. Jan, hot Southern Oregon, hundreds. Oh my goodness. Oh, I'm so sorry, Jan. I hear you. I know. We're going to get that in September and October. Roz, you bought Gary and you similar fans. He gets very hot all the time. So does my husband. We have some big fans back in our TV room. But this works great for me here. I have a ceiling fan. But I like this for at my desk when I get really hot. But I don't want it to, there it goes all the way. Okay, I'll turn it off just so we're a little bit cooler. Okay, we're gonna get going because we've got two projects today, all from the same stamp set. Margaret, you're improved and starting to feel better. I'm so thankful, so thankful. Holly, in Northern California, 2 weeks of over 100, and it's in the cooler 90s today. I know, I hear you. Well, the real news is the bonus days. So don't forget to order some things up to $50 at least to get a $5 coupon to use next month. It's kind of, I love bonus days. And so order a couple things so that you can get some of those. Georgia, Arizona checking in. I bet it's super hot for you there, Georgia. Tell me how it is. We want to hear. How's your weather? Is it humid for you over there? Because we've been humid here in San Diego. Okay, so bonus days. That's the only, Becky, good to see you. That's the only really big news. You know, we have new online exclusives. We have new kits. The kits are gorgeous. So lots to take advantage of to get those $5 bonus coupons. Becky Schlossnagel. Okay, baby, you ready for your nap? Okay. Now, I want to just get started right away because we have two projects today out of the same set. And I see that quite a few of you are on. So let's turn you down. Okay. And here is the set we're going to use today. I don't know how many of you have this, but I thought if you don't, I'm going to show it to you and show you what it does. It's the Round We Go bundle. And here are the dies. And here is the stamp set, and it makes, Georgia, too hot to go to the pool. Yes, Arizona is known for dry heat. We were in Southern California until this year, and now it's not super humid, but more than usual. Okay, so this does a lot of things. I bet I don't even know all the things that this does right now. But I want to show you some of them today. And these dies, you can do quite a few different things with the dies. So we're going to start with making lollies. And we've made these before, we might have made them with this, but I'm going to make more. I'm going to make one more today to show you because I have a wreath on my door into my craft room. It's a barn door. My husband put a sliding barn door, which is pretty cool. And I have a wreath up there, a big green wreath. And then I decorate it every so often, kind of with the different, thanks, Tammy, you've got it too. And I decorate my wreath with the different seasons, or if I want to, it's always with Stampin' Up things. So I'm going on the round wreath. I'm gonna make like a banner. Oh, you haven't seen this set? Okay, Georgia. So I'm going to make take a piece of twine and put these like this on it. And I need to make a few more anyway. So you can make two sizes and maybe more sizes with this set, but I thought I would show you how. And it'll give me one more. These are called lollies, or what's that other name we call them? I forget. You guys will remember. You ordered the dies, but not the stamp set, Becky. Okay, so let's make one. And what we need, this is the die that makes them. Polly, good to see you from North Carolina. And we're going to use this for the center. You see the center here? This is the little center that holds it. And now, the other thing I want to say is, this is a bit of a messy project. I've got my hot glue gun out here, and of course you know it has to be pink. So I'm going to just show you how to make these. I am using the 2024-2026 In Color Designer Series paper, and I've chosen to use Summer Splash medallions. Yes, but there's another name. I can't think of it. But I don't think I think medallions works, but I don't think that's the word I'm thinking of. Okay, so I've already done one. So for all of the ones you've seen today, the ones I've showed you, you have to do this, run this die through twice, okay? And so I already did it once to save us time. And then all you do is cut a 2-inch piece of and designer series paper works better than cardstock because cardstock is much thicker. And rosette, that's it, rosette. Pinwheels, good, and I think they are called pinwheels. I think there are a lot of names now, you guys, but rosette is what I was. Yes, I've made some rosettes. I made some with the paper share. You are exactly right, Becky. So okay, you need a 2-inch wide piece of cardstock, and then you need it as long as this die. And so you just put it in, and it's not a big deal. I mean, you don't want to have the die crooked on the paper, but it's not a big deal if it's exact. So we're just going to put it in like that. And another thing I like about it is works in my mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine. So we're just going to run that through. So you need 2 of these. I've already cut one, and this is going to be the second one. And so what it does is it just cuts it out just like this. And we've got a little trash there. And then we're going to cut one medallion. I pre-cut one. Well, medallion. Now I'm using that word. The little circle that goes in the middle. I think this looks like a medallion because it has a little embossing on it. I got things kind of off toward Jones's here today, don't I? Let me get them more into the screen. Okay, so here is the little circle that we're going to, you need that to hold down your rosette. Whoops, okay. So sometimes my little take your pick tool comes out like that. So I'm just going to poke out this little circle. Okay, and there it is. So we'll put the die cutting machine off to the side for now. We're going to do more later with our other project. And these 2 dies are done. So now what we have is 2 of these and 2 of the circles and the hot glue gun. Okay, so the one thing to note is on one side of the strip, the die has cut a little kind of a tab situation. And the tab you want to go up is the trick I've learned. You want the tab to go up. And then do you see how it's kind of embossed all along the way? I don't know if you can see that, but it's embossed the fold lines, kind of scored. And so all you do, and they're at like 1/4 of an inch, and so all you do is start folding according to the score lines, back and forth accordion style. And because it does the score lines, you know, if we did this on our own, when I used to do these, I had to do the score lines on the score tool. Yes, exactly, Tina. Love the in-color paper, Georgia, and you need to order more. Chevron cards, beautiful. Yes, I love it too, but mostly because I love these in colors. They're kind of my colors. I use the subtles and they're all just beautiful. Okay, I guess I could have done another one. I could have pre-folded one, but oh well. Okay, that's why I needed the extra time. So here's the tab. Fold it up and then you get started. Just like this, and fold these all up. And have your glue gun hot and ready to go, because when you put this together, you need your glue gun hot. Now I saw someone, it might have even been Sarah, our CEO, but I saw someone use glue. But you know what? I don't trust glue. I really don't in this case, because this needs something firm to hold it. Okay, so the reason we turned these up is because they're going to go right under the other end. You make sure to put the pointy, see there's the pointy end and the kind of scalloped end. So you want to put the correct ends together. So we'll put both, or sides, we'll put both the pointy sides together, and we're going to glue that right on. So I'm going to use my glue gun just to put a little glue right in there, like that. And then this is what I mean, real quick. You don't match tab to tab, you match tab to the other end, which is a longer piece that makes sure your circle come out great. And so we'll push that together. We'll just give it a few tiny, it doesn't matter if the glue comes out, that's okay. It still works. And now we'll go around to the other side, and you see that our tab is already ready for us to stick right under that side. Perfect. So we need to put a little glue on that. Okay, just like that. And then tuck it under and adhere it like that. Okay. Now let's just fold these together so everything is folded. Okay, now comes the fun, kind of really fun part. So what you do, you have your your piece like this, the two pieces glued together, and you just push in at the center, and it does its own thing with a little help. So you just push it in at the center, and look at that. Do you see how it all goes together like that? And you want to push it in as close as you can and hold it, and then take your glue gun and go right around the hole with quite, you know, a significant amount of glue, not too much, not where it oozes out. And then you put your little circle right on top, and you want to hold that and let it dry for a minute, because if you let go, the whole thing pops open, and we don't want it to pop open. Isn't that already very pretty? And of course, you could use, you know, we could use a different color. You can do everything. You can do all kinds of things. You could use a different color circle. Okay, so that seems pretty dry, not 100%. And then you carefully turn it over, and then we're going to put a circle on the other end, the other side, so that we know it really holds together. Okay, there's our glue, and there's our circle. And we're just going to press that down, and we do have to hold it a few minutes for it to dry. But these things are so cute. One time what I did, and I'll show you in a minute, I don't really have I meant to get a pencil to show you. Okay, that's pretty good. And you do end up with your little strings of glue. I've got glue all over my fingernails and everywhere here. This little sticky glue. One time what I did, I was having a little party for my team. And this was like a couple years ago when you had to score your own lollies or rosettes. And let's just take, I'll get a longer pen. Okay, I bought pretty pencils, and I glue gunned a lolly to each side like that. So, and it was just a pencil. And so then I put, you know, some words across, and they had a really cute pencil. And you could definitely, there's so many things you can do. You can put them on skewers, like skewers from your kitchen. The wooden skewers, you can put them on those and use them for birthdays and to go on a birthday cake. Thank you, Georgia. They do all kinds, you can just do all kinds of fun things with them. So now that you've seen that, I'm just going to get my glue gun up out of the way. And now you can see how I made them. Now, to make the smaller one right here, all you do is, what you do is you cut an inch instead of 2 inches of paper to go across the die. You cut 1 inch, and it only comes to the center, okay? But you still do 2 of them, 2 of 1 inch paper, and that's how you make the smaller one. But you need 2. And or you could do the whole thing and cut it in half, I think, after. That would be a smarter idea than mine. And that's how you make the smaller ones. But aren't those just adorable? Really cute during the holidays in red and green. Ooh, but peppermint candies in the center. Tina makes ornaments out of them. They are just totally fun. And I'm so glad we got these dies. Okay, so that's project 1. Now project 2, because I was thinking, okay, not everybody likes to do that, so we're going to make a card with this set. And here is a card, because the stamps and dies do a lot more than just making the rosettes. And so I want to show you how to make this fun card. And I've added a butterfly just for fun, and I've added kind of a banner with the happy birthday. The nice thing about this set is that it comes with both sentiments and stamps, okay, and dies. And so that's always what you want in a stamp set, because if they come, I mean, of course I have stamp sets that just have, say, full of sentiments, but you always need a stamp set with images also. So one that combines the two is one you get kind of more out of, I think. I think you really get your money's worth. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to do a couple things. Now, this one here was stamped and die cut. These were just die cut. So let's do all of it. We want to do all of it. Okay, so here's our card. We're just going to start with our basic white card. base. That's our card base. And what I'm going to do is just to, you know, add more color into it. And let's make sure we've got it where it opens on the correct side. I've made that mistake, and we're going to put a 4" by 5 1/4 piece of Summer Splash cardstock here to add a nice border, and just a little bit of glue. Oh, I didn't tell you about my the holiday crafting retreat that Robin and I did over the weekend. Very, very fun. Oh, we had so much fun. We had 8 nice ladies, and we had good food, and we made pretty cards. It was very fun. And those of you who got the to-go version, it went in the mail yesterday, and the email went out today. So be looking for that email. Okay, now this is a piece of basic white that was cut with the deckled rectangles. Let me see, I think it needs to be moved just a hair bit to the right there. Okay, try to get it centered. I just got that glue all over my fingers. Okay, so that, oops, I forgot to stamp. I was gonna stamp that. That's okay, I can do it now. Just because it's all white, I wanted to give it a little something something in the background. And this stamp set has these cute little, I don't know, they could be snowflakes, but I'm thinking they're kind of like party foo-foo. So I'm just going to stamp this around here. You really can't see it. This is Lemon Lolly ink, which I'm using here with the Summer Splash color. That's kind of the theme of my card. And I just wanted to add some fun, you know, because if you just see a piece of plain white, it can be a little bit boring. So that looks a little more fun. You're loving the Unbounded Love stamp set and die set, Georgia. Oh, tell me about it. It is gorgeous. We have so many gorgeous things. Okay, so now we have our card base done, and we're ready to do our different kinds of rosettes. So the first one we're going to stamp. This is the one we're going to stamp, and you can see here there are 2 different stamps. I'm going to use this one and first stamp it in the Lemon Lolly, and then I'm going to stamp it alternating in the Summer Splash, and I'll show you how that comes out. So here's the Lemon Lolly. Let me get that up a little bit more so you can see. And here's the stamp. Okay. And just make sure that's nice and covered. Okay. Stamp it down like that. Okay. It came out pretty bright, didn't it? And then I'm not going to wash it out because I'm using a darker color, and I think it's going to work out just fine. So now I'm using the Summer Splash, and what I'm going to try to do, I'm going to pull it a little closer to me so I can look carefully. I'm going to try to alternate it just right so it comes in between all those. There. See how that worked? Who doesn't love a little party foo-foo? Can the stamps fit on top of each other? These 2 could definitely, yes. And that could be what they're intended for, but I'm doing it this way because I don't know, it didn't make any sense to me if it came down a little bit lower. Well, we could try it. We could definitely try it. Is that what you meant? Let's try that. Okay. I'll do this one first because this is already darkened with the darker ink. Okay, now I'll have to get the other stamp out and get a block on it, but we can definitely do that. Okay, let me see. Here's a block. And here's the other stamp. I don't know if that's what you meant, but we can give it a try. Let's try it with the Lemon Lolly. I really didn't ponder that. Okay. Let's see if it goes right inside. Let me just see. It does. It has a different look because it comes down. I probably needed to pull it forward a little bit because there's little bits there. I think I'm going to go ahead and use this because I personally kind of like it where it comes all out. But I think you can do anything you... That's it? Okay. Yeah, I think I was supposed to pull it up a little further. I guess I could still do that. Let me try that. Don't get me started here, Georgia, because I can go over if I start getting very creative like that. Oh, you know what? It doesn't go any further because the hole is smaller. Okay, the hole is a smaller hole, and so that's just, it doesn't work. You can't pull it out any further. Okay, so that is just how it goes. Okay, interesting, right? All righty. So now what we're going to do is we'll go ahead and use this one. And there is a die for that, of course. So let's look on our dies. And now one interesting thing to note, the same size does look better, yeah. So these two right here, do you see there's this large one, I'll pull it out here, and this smaller one. Okay, these two, all they do is poke holes. They do not cut anything. So they would poke holes, and I'm going to do it. I didn't remember I was going to do it, but I am going to do it because I just looked at my sample. Okay. So for this, we're going to use the die that actually cuts the edges here. Let's see if we can get that just right. Okay, and we'll run that through, and then we're going to do that. We're going to poke the holes so that you can see how that works. I forgot I was going to do that. Okay. Cool. So there's that. And now we'll use, I think I used the one for the bigger holes here. So let's do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is put this one around it like that. And we'll run that through, and that'll poke the holes in it. I mean, seriously, you can do so much with these dies. I really had no idea. Cherith, good to see you. Diane, your computer was acting up. Oh, I'm glad you're on, though. Okay, so let's see how this turned out now. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I'll just put it down so can you really see all the little holes? Isn't that darling? So you can use all different colors that you want. Okay, now I need to get rid of all these little dots. They kind of stuck to my plate there. Okay, because we're going to do some more die cutting. So that's one of our 3 circles that we're making. Now we're going to make 2 other circles. And let me see here. We're going to use this. We're going to use 2 of the different dies, I think. We're going to make one out of the summer splash. So this one, I'll show you what this die does and what we're going to do with this. That's what I mean. It's just fun to play with the dies. I mean, when you get a set, just to go through and play with all the dies and see what they do. Okay, come on, baby. So this one pokes almost like a daisy, you would say, just like that. So what I decided to do on this card is, let me see if I have enough paper here. I'm going to save that and use it later. That other one we stamped. Okay, and then I am doing it a second time with white. Yep, that works. And I'll show you how it looks when you do that. How many of you have the little small mini Stampin' Cut and Emboss machine like this? I would be curious because it is so handy. All you do is it just works so great. Right next to, it just sits right here on my desk, and I don't have to get up and go anywhere. Let me know if you have the little mini cut and emboss machine. Just having to poke this out a little bit. There we go. Okay. So that's one of the dies. And then the other one that's similar to this. So these are the two. One is smaller than the other one. So let's try the other one just for fun. We'll do a white. When I got them done, finished, you really like the mini, Becky? You have both of them, Tina. Yes, I agree. You have to have the big one. You really do, because embossing folders and stuff like that. Georgia has the blue one. Yes, I get plates very frequently, like once every 6 weeks or more. I go through plates. Okay, so there's a little smaller white. And now I'm going to use a little piece of lemon lolly, since these are our colors today. And we'll put it in there. And so we're going to make two different flowers. Not flowers, rosettes. They're all different rosettes. Renee, hi Renee. You just got it for your granddaughter when she was 4. She loves it. It's just her size. And Roz has 2 little ones. You use them at your workshops all the time. Perfect. Yes. Jan, it comes in so handy. It really does. I just love them both. I didn't think I would love the mini as much as I do, but I really do love it. Okay, now I think that's it for our die cutting. We've done quite a bit of die cutting today. So let's see what we've got going. All right, so we've got, and I still have glue, hot glue on here on my plate. I'll have to clean it later. So we're going to make 2 of these, and all we need is a little bit of glue. It really doesn't matter which you put on top of the other one. I'm going to put just a small dot of glue in the center, and then the little trick is to angle it just right so the little spokes, like bicycle spokes, go right in between one another. There, just like that. Isn't that cute? I just love this. And now I'm thinking, now that you guys were talking about it, I'm totally thinking about red and white. And Diane, you have 2 also. Yep. They're just super, I love these little machines. Okay, and so we'll see how this one looks on here. You kind of have to pick them up and do a little bit of angling. Come on, baby, turn a little bit. There we go. There we go. Aren't those just darling? Really, I just love these little guys. Okay, so now what we're going to do, oh, we have one more die cut to do in a minute. So now what we're going to do, this is how we're going to arrange these, like this on our card. But we're going to leave them just for a minute because we have to do our sentiment. And I'm going to use the happy birthday sentiment from the stamp set. It has great sentiments, but I could use a few more birthday cards. So I decided to use the Summer Splash ink on Lemon Lolly paper. Isn't that a pretty happy birthday? I like script. Hello, Mimi from Wichita, Kansas. Thanks for joining us. And I forgot, we're just going to do this one more die cut. I have this die from, what is this? Let me just take a quick peek. Stylish Shapes. The Stylish Shapes dies. They come in so handy. They have a lot of great dies, and I liked this little die, and it does flagged ends. You know how I like my flagged ends. So we'll just see if we can get it straight there. Lay that down. And then this, we're really zipping along here. Holly, you love that font. I do too. And you know, another thing I was thinking about, I just was already doing kind of a messy thing with the glue gun, and you know I don't really like to do messy things, but it would be good, would have been good to use a Summer Splash cardstock and put, and heat emboss it in white. That would have been really pretty, I think. my little plates back here. Okay, so now we're just about ready. So here's our happy birthday, so we're ready for that. Now we need our butterfly. It just needed a little something. You know, when I was just arranging it, when I made it, I thought, you know, it just needs a little something, something. So here are all my pretty, I've got 2 packages of paper butterfly accents in here. And I just like them so much. I actually like the smaller ones. Ooh, there's a pink one I colored. Isn't that pretty? But I ended up not using it. So let's see if I have any more small ones. Most of them are pretty large. Wow. Oh, there's a little one. Let's see what size we want. Let's hold our card up and see what we think. Whoops, there goes the card. When I'm creating, I like to just, before I glue anything down, I like to hold it up like that. So here's a little baby one that we could put like that. Or, let's see, here's a, whoops, come back. Here's a larger one. What do you guys think? Let me know what you think. And here's, I like the side ones too. I like the ones that come in at the side, but they're fairly large. But I don't know, that one might look good. I think I'm going to use this one. So I've decided, sorry. Sorry. I think I'll use that larger one. Okay, here we go. So let's go ahead and I'm going to put these back. This is my little, you know, on my website under resources, there's a tab that says resources. And under that, you go down and there's like something like my favorite products. And I have links to all my Amazon things. And you guys like the side one, okay. These are called clear passport holders, and I'm using them now for a lot of things. So if you want to get some of those, there you go. Now I'm even going to do another little messy thing. I'm going to use the blender brush on this guy and get him a little bit, rather than white, I want him to be yellow. And you can, because this is such light yellow, this lemon lolly, you don't even have to like brush it off at the edges, you know, to make sure it doesn't blop, because it's so light you can just blop it on to give him enough color, or her. I don't know which, if it's a him or her, but it's a very beautiful butterfly. But I just want to add some color because there's quite a bit of white on there. I'm just going to keep doing it until I get the amount of color I prefer. It's much nicer to do it this way than to start with a really dark color and have it be too dark. I'd rather start light. Okay, let's see, here we go. I think that's looking pretty good. Okay, there we go with our blending brush. Let me see, let me just, I'll clean it later, but I'm just going to wipe this off for right now so it doesn't get on the rest of my project. And now I have that little thing there. I'll have to work on that later too. Okay, so now we're ready to adhere our card down, and we're going to put on some of the little 24 to 26 in color resin dots to give it even more personality. So we're going to put this largest rosette up here at the top on dimensionals. We'll put the medium. So this, can you tell the difference here? Not much, not much. Just like 1/8 of an inch smaller. And we'll put this guy right down here. And we'll put this one. What? Okay. Right up here. Now, one fun thing that you can do with these is you can pull the little things up, which gives them a little more life, you know. Of course, on envelope, if you mail them, would press them down, but I think they look pretty good kind of pulled up like that. And then we want to put on our sentiment, and I want to have it hang off the edge just a bit. So I'm going to put on, I think 2 dimensionals would be enough. And we'll put that on right here. Then we're going to put on with some glue dots, and I've got those here, our little side butterfly, and I'm going to fold him up so his little body, the wings stick up. So let's get some little glue dots. There's a little glue dot. I think I might use 2 glue dots. Let's see, on his little body. Yeah, I think we can fit one in there. It's kind of, I folded it over about half. And we'll use a second one, because we don't want our butterfly to come off. That would not be good. Okay. That kind of works. That kind of is already in there. Okay. There's our little guy. We want to make sure that the wings are tucked in so they stay within the edge of the card. Let's pull him over just a bit. Okay. Press the glue dots down. There we go. Now we're going to add even more color with our resin dots. And I'm going to put kind of a large one, I think, in each of the rosettes. And then we'll put some little ones on the sentiment, I think. I like the little ones, they're cute. So we'll put one maybe up here. Remember, you always put odd numbers, so we're putting 5. And there we go. Isn't that a cute card? It's really bright and fun. Kimberly, good to see you. It's a fun card. And then for the envelope and for the inside, you can do the little, you can hardly even see them, the little, whatever they are, little, this, whatever you call that. I don't know. Little small rosettes that are stamped on there, but we stamp them in the lemon lolly, so you really can't see them, but it just gives a little something something under there. Isn't that just the cutest? I love this set, this Round We Go, because it does way more than you expect. And if you came in late, we made these fun rosettes using the dies. We had a lot of fun, so we learned how to make the rosettes from the dies, and we made the card from more dies and the stamps. Thank you, Tammy. It really is a fun one. Okay, let's come back up and we'll have a prize. 2 projects in one day. That's pretty good, huh? Okay, so the prize from last Wednesday, we made this beautiful card. And let's see, let me get it out there so you guys can see it. There you go. And this used the Frames and Flowers, I think it's called, Frames and Flowers Designer Series paper. And I noticed it's out. It's kind of on, they don't really say back order, but it'll be coming back in. Pam Simmons, good to see you. So this was the prize from last week. It really is a super cute card. And the winner is Hilda Mossy. Hilda, congratulations. Hi, Cherie. It does remind you of a Ferris wheel, this stamp set. I agree, kind of Ferris wheel circusy. You could make a cute circus card with that. Oh gosh, I'm just thinking one of the new kits is a circus kit, I think, for July. You know, they're coming out with 2 kits per month, and one of the kits is a circus kit, I believe. Not Paper Pumpkin. There are 2 other kinds of kits. You just go on the website and I think you can find kits. Okay, Hilda, congratulations. And then, well, I'll give you the choice. Maybe you guys would like to have the card. Would you guys like to have the card? Because otherwise I was going to give some of these fun sequins that I really like, adhesive backed sequins trio. But maybe you'd like the card. you know what? Why don't I just give both? I'll give the card and the sequins. How about that? Because you got to have something fun also. And the card is cute, and now I have two of them, and I don't really need two. So that'll be next week's prize, which I will draw on the 24th of July. Will be both of these things. So you'll get a 2-for-1 next week for your cards, next Wednesday. And Hilda, I'll get your card out, your friend card out to you. This was a really fun one to make. Both. Okay, yes, both. All right. I know you guys like the cards that I make, and I know you like them as gifts. So, okay, we've had a great time. I thank you so much for being with me, and I'll see you Friday, the 19th. And